Hello, pagans and practitioners. Today, May 1st, is the celebration of Beltane or May Day, and I thought it would be nice to go over what this Sabbat is all about and how to participate at whatever level you find yourself at. Beltane is one of the 8 traditional sabbats of the Wiccan Wheel of the Year, and is adopted from ancient Gaelic practices. Beltane roughly translates to bright fire, and is a fire festival that marks the peak of spring and welcomes in the summer. May Day celebrates the end of darkness and the coming of light. It sits midway between the spring equinox and summer solstice, and in Wicca is the celebration of the wedding between the god and goddess. It sits exactly opposite of Samhain on the wheel, and during this time the veil is just as thin. And while Wiccan, this wheel isn't solely followed by Wiccans. Many witches and other pagans honor these sets of celebrations. However, not all practitioners do. There are other wheels some celebrate, and some don't follow the seasons in this way at all. It is, like much of the craft, a personal preference. Personally, this is the way I have honored the seasons for several years now, and I'm sure there's many of you who do, and many of you who are interested in doing so. And who doesn't love a good celebration? I'm not Wiccan, and I mainly follow a path of using the moon to guide my months, but the Wiccan wheel is still very intuitive for me to feel connected to our Mother Earth. Therefore, I have decided to go over the 8 sabbats over the next 12 months. Just remember that these sabbats, like everything else, is personal, can be altered or left out to best suit you. And now to get into the heart of what Beltane is really all about. At May Day, the weather has warmed the earth again and brought with it new life. April showers have given way to a more fertile, more green earth. This is the perfect time to honor and work with the earth, whatever you may call her. Beltane honors life, and therefore is a celebration of fertility. Beltane has a long and somewhat scandalous history of fertility rites and sexual celebrations. This is a time of sexuality, joy, passion, love, abundance, regrowth and renewal, and luck. Traditionally, Beltane brought luck to the summer crops and livestock. Ancient Gaelic farmers would light 2 fires and drive cattle between them to bring protection in the following months. And to celebrate, people would also jump over bonfires. Fire is seen as a healer and purifier, and therefore this was a very popular practice at the time. They would also extinguish their hearth fires to then go outside and build a huge communal bonfire to celebrate that community. Festivities typically began the night before on the last day of April. Now, before diving into the ways in which to celebrate, I want to go over Beltane correspondences. Outside Wicca, gods and goddesses you can honor over Beltane are gods relating to the forest, and goddesses of motherhood, the earth, and fertility. Crystals are rose quartz, garnet, carnelian, fire agate, and emerald. Hawthorn, birch, and rowan are historically very important trees of the festival. And then scents for oils, candles, and incense are rose, jasmine, ylang-ylang, musk, patchouli, vanilla, and cinnamon. If you're familiar with green witchery, you may notice that a lot of these are aphrodisiacs. Herbs relating to the festival are daffodil, coriander, dragon's blood, nettle, marjoram, rose, meadowsweet, primrose, marigold, bluebell, or any other wildflowers that may be in bloom around you. Flowers are a really central element to these festivals. Color correspondences are red, yellows, greens, silver, and white. Now, as I get into how to take part in the celebration, Keep in mind that no two people celebrate exactly the same, and especially if you're in the broom closet or a spoony witch, feel free to just take one or two low-key elements and incorporate it into your celebration. Just do what feels right to you. To celebrate and bring in the energies of the Sabbat into your home, you may want to decorate your altar with the correspondences. It can be as simple or as intricate as you'd like, and just create a space unique to you and the celebration. You can also pick wildflowers, just be mindful of how much you take. Never take more than you need, and always say thank you to the plant spirit. You can decorate your home with fresh flowers. An easy and low-effort thing as celebration is to wear the colors or wear the scents of the celebration. Especially if you're in the broom closet, this can be a really subtle way to experience the energies of Beltane. Making daisy crowns or braiding wildflowers into your hair is another amazing way to physically connect yourself to the energies. Wearing leaves as well in celebration of the Green Man of Wicca tradition. You could also work with the thinning veil if that is something you involve in your craft. Music, specifically drum circles, are a big part of May Day celebrations around the world. You can find playlists on YouTube to dance to or use as background noise for your rituals, or make your own music if you're so inclined. Get outside. Being outside is a really important part of the day. Take a walk in nature with a loved one or by yourself to connect you with Mother Earth. You can have a Beltane feast with foods such as chili or curry. Peppers are often incorporated into Beltane feasts. Oats and oatmeal are also really big correspondences. You can make cookies with the oats. It's really easy and really fun. You can find recipes online. Dairy or your personal substitute, fresh berries and honey, pastries and cakes, mead, May Day wine or grape juice can also be incorporated. And if you would like, you can also pick a few aphrodisiacs to add into the mix. You can make your own incense or oils for candle dressing. You can find good recipes for both online as well. Light a candle, or if you can, have a bonfire. Just please always be smart and use good fire safety when working with flame. We don't want anyone injured while celebrating Beltane. With your fire, a fun thing to do is to burn wishes. You can write your wish on a piece of paper, fold it, and ritualistically throw it into the fire. If doing this with a group or a coven, take turns while walking around the fire clockwise to bring in new growth and help manifest your desires. Spending time with friends and family in these ways can be extremely rewarding at Beltane. If you're able to, incorporating them into your practice can be a really fun way to share the experience. Like bonfires, tree dressing, traditionally hawthorn, birch, or rowan, is also a very popular way to celebrate. Use ribbon of the color correspondences and tie around a branch while thinking of your petition. This is, like the fire, a great method of manifestation. Now, something you've probably seen before in Beltane celebrations is a maypole. You can dance around a maypole to represent fertility. The maypole connects the sky and earth and reminds us that everything is interconnected. It also represents the masculine energies of the day. Now, hand fasting, or pagan weddings, is also very popular at Beltane. Fertility rituals, either for your plants or yourself, is also very powerful at this time. If you are of age and in a consenting relationship, you can try your hand at sex magic if you're comfortable. The last two things I'll go over is that you can give a loved one a rose quartz to symbolize love, and just to remember to take time to relax and have fun. Please keep in mind that everything I've talked about in this episode is from my own personal concept of Beltane. There's many other ways to celebrate, many other ways to go about thinking about the sabbats. This is just my personal experience. And For my celebration this year, I'm hoping to spend as much time as I can outside and light a bonfire to burn my manifestations in. I'd love to hear from you about how you'll be celebrating. Right now you can find me on TikTok or Twitter. And alright, loves, that's it for our discussion on Beltane. I hope you'll join me for the next episode and blessed date.